A very big hello to all my wonderful future KCET champions out there. I'm really excited to teach you all. Well, my name is Jasmine Joy. You might have seen me somewhere in the channel here and there talking about some counseling and stuff like that. And some people might be knowing me for teaching biology. Well, I teach biology and I am here to talk about how you should be starting your preparation for KCET biology for the year 2026, my dear children. And I want you to remember one thing forever, and that is, it's not about who studies more. It's always about who studies right. So you have to put the right strategies out there. You have to see what is of priority and you have to study those things in the correct manner. Okay, and I will try my level best to help you out with that. I'm really excited, as I already told you, to teach you all. And I want to see your excitement in studying as well. That's when it's a mutual thing, right? Only when you are excited to study, that's when the teacher also feels very excited to teach every single day or to come up with new things. So do let me know in the comment section by saying that we are going to crack KCET 2026. Okay, I'll get to know that yes, you're also equally excited like me. And my dear children, what are the things that we're going to cover in this video? It's very important for you to know that, and I don't want to waste any single bit of your time. So we would be getting to know more things about your KCET paper. If you're someone who is not at all aware about how does the paper pattern look and things like that, it will be of great help to you. And also I'll be telling you the courses that you can get into if you're taking biology. Okay, and the second thing that we would be dealing is that is, how is your rank determined? For KCET, you might have seen your seniors out there talking about I rank this much and things like that. How is it determined? What are the factors which affects it? Yeah, and what are the portions in biology? That is one very important thing. And also what you should be prioritizing more for a smarter studying strategy. I'll be talking about that. And not just that, my dear children, I have made a separate slide on the smart preparation tricks that you can follow throughout the year. So the previous year we could not do a lot of things because we just have we have just started off new things on our channel. But this year we are with you from the starting point onwards so that we can help you so well. That's why we have included a slide. And my dear children, I would be talking about the only books that you should be referring. There might be 10,000 books out there in the market. I won't say that all of it would be relevant to you, and you should not be wasting money like that. So there are few books that you can refer to and that would guarantee you good marks, but always, obviously, everything depends on your hard work and your smart work as well. And in between, I will be also talking about the mistakes that you should definitely be avoiding. Okay, because that is also equally important. So let's get started without further ado. So the KCET paper pattern, my dear children, if you talk about that, the mode of examination is offline, it's not online. Okay, it is offline. And the type of questions which are there, it is MCQs, multiple choice questions. You will be getting 60 questions per subject. For example, I chose PCMB. I have physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology. Each of them would be having 60 questions each. Or probably if I have chosen PCB, then again 60 anyways. Okay, only 60 questions per subject. Now the duration of the paper, if you talk about the paper, my dear children, so for each subject there is one single paper out there. Okay, it's not combined paper. You have one single paper at one particular point of time. So basically there would be 80 minutes for you. For example, since I am a biology educator, I'll talk about biology. You have your biology paper. How many questions are there? 60 questions are there, ma'am. So, and I'm telling you, you have 80 minutes. But do you have exact 80 minutes for writing the paper? No, my dear children, there would be some time reserved for paper distribution as well as for you to read out the paper and fill in the details and stuff like that. So, I and all the other teachers would always say that please practice questions in a way that you're just getting 1 minute per one question. So take 60 minutes, okay? Take your understanding to be what? 60 minutes, that's all. So your actual duration of the paper is 80 minutes, but it includes, as I said, all those things. So roughly you will get 60 minutes, that is 1 minute per question. Have your practice like that itself. Okay, now going ahead, marks for the correct answer is +1. The negative marking, if we say, it's a big no, very big no. So that's a very big and important, or the positive point point about KCET, you do not have negative marking, and that's where you can score more. Sometimes you might be not very thorough with the concept, but you might know a little bit about it. You still can do guesswork and get marks. Okay, but you should be thorough with your concept, right? And my dear children, I am telling you, I don't want to break the suspense, but we are going to start off something really soon, where we will be talking about each and every chapter. I'll be teaching you giving my 100% out there, and you have to trust me on that. Okay, or you can ask your seniors who have studied biology, did I help you? Did I help them? If at all yes, then probably you can follow what I teach. Yeah, and the thing that I was talking about, the courses that requires B, that is biology over here, is farm science courses such as your BSc agriculture, sericulture, horticulture and things like that. Okay, so over here you need PCMB, and if we talk about Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry or Naturopathy or Yoga, BSc Nursing, okay, you would just need PCB. Okay, you would just need PCB. If you're talking about B Pharma, second year B Pharma or Pharm D, you either need PCM or you either need PCB. Either of it would be fine. So suppose if you are a person for whom maths is not a strong subject, so probably you can just go with PCB in your 12th grade. So that is a thing that would be easy for you anyways to, if you are someone who want to get into B Pharma. So this is the thing about KCET paper pattern and stuff. Let's go ahead with how is your rank determined. So as you can see over here, 50% PU2, 50% KCET. So your KCET rank, my dear children, is dependent upon two things. One is your mark in your PU2 examination, and the second thing is your mark in your KCET. Whatever mark you got in your KCET, 50% of it would be taken. Whatever mark you got in your PU2, 50% of that would be taken, and that's how your rank would be given out. So what do you understand from this particular slide is a very crucial information as for those people who are in PU2, who are studying PU2, my dear children, please understand it is of high priority. Your marks over here has very high priority. You need to start studying seriously if you have not started studying seriously as of now. So this is a wake up call for you that you have to take it seriously, and whatever happened in your past, your +1 or what do you call PU1 might not have been that great. It's totally fine. What you have got now is something that can decide a lot of things in your future. So please rewrite your future by doing the hard work and the smart work as well. Okay, so please, I'll be telling about how you should be prioritizing the chapters and stuff like that later on, but from the starting point onwards, your PU2 examinations should be something of higher priority, equal priority as such as you have for KCET. Okay, because as I told you, it's half. So make sure you're doing that. Your aim should be to score more than 90 in each subject out there, that is P, C, B or whatever is there. Okay, that will be making you stay in a very safe zone so that you can land up in the best college out there. Guys, why are we doing all this hard work? Because we want the best for us. We want to make our parents happy, right? You have lots of other reasons because you want to make yourself happy, right? So make sure you're 100% dedicated to do that. Okay, there might be days where you forget, but then remind yourself again that and start off the journey. So always remember, your marks is determined by these two factors. It's official thing. It's not something that someone is making up. It's officially like that. So you have to work really hard for both of them. This is something that is ongoing in your life. So make sure you're prioritizing this. KCET, you would be practicing it throughout when you are preparing for your PU2. Along with that, you would be practicing prepare for your KCET as well. Okay, so I'll be telling you how and all. Trust me on that. And let's go ahead. Biology syllabus, my dear children. So these chapters that you see, they are all from, any guesses out there? They are all from your PU2 board, my dearest little children. And if at all you have this question that, ma'am, can we skip any chapter? Well, let me tell you very honestly one very important thing. Okay, this should be the rule. Okay, rule for this particular year, that is no skipping of chapters. No skipping of chapters. Why do I say so? So there was a very disturbing trend that we saw. There were so many questions coming from each chapters, my dear children, which was beyond expectation. And I do not want you to take a chance by skipping any chapter, because even 1 mark would be mattering very much if you want to get ahead of someone else out there. You get it? So everything is equally important over here. Obviously, you would have to prioritize PU2. Why? For what purpose? As I told you, your 50% marks is determined by PU2, which is why you would have to prioritize it. You have to take into consideration that, ma'am, my concepts are clear very, very well, and ma'am, along with studying concepts, I am also solving PYQs or all the questions out there which would be supporting in my KCET preparation. I'm going to show you what are the books and everything needed out there. But yes, this is the thing. Now, if at all you ask me, are there certain chapters which might take more amount of time for preparation? I would definitely say yes, because they are quite long and you might not be very used to studying this stuff. So one chapter is molecular basis of inheritance, another is principles of inheritance and variation, also sexual reproduction in flowering plants, not because it is difficult, but because it is pretty long. That's all. Okay. Human health and diseases, you would have fun studying this particular chapter. Again, a bit long chapter, okay, which is why you would require more time. Biotechnology principle and processes, once you do it the first time, obviously might feel difficult because it's totally new, but all of them are fun chapters. So these are the chapters, okay, and also human reproduction. This would be an important chapter out there. So these are the chapters which usually gives almost around 3 questions or 4 questions each year. So definitely do not miss them. Okay, obviously you do not have to miss all the other chapters as well, but I am telling you, these are chapters that you might feel it is difficult at times, okay, and you might feel that urge that I might skip these chapters and go ahead with the easier ones. I'm telling you, it looks difficult at the first time, okay, when you do that, but when you get ahead with it, when you see videos of teachers explaining you really well, it will be all the more easy. And which teacher are you going to follow over here? Obviously me. You have to watch the videos that I'm going to make, and I'm telling you, trust me, 101%, I'm going to teach you really well. That's my promise. At least I'm very sure that I can make you understand things. I'm not boasting about myself, but I definitely try to understand what you children go through. So I will also definitely work really hard for that, right? So yeah, these are the chapters are there which obviously you might need some help. Do not just dwell into your NCERT, sit with your NCERT for 5-6 days straight. Please watch the video whenever needed. You read your NCERT. If you feel it's not going to help you, what are you going to do? Watch the video, come back to your NCERT. But NCERT reading is must. Okay, so first try it by yourself, then take someone else, then come back and try to do it by yourself. That is the trick that we have to follow. So these are the chapters from your PU2. Each chapter, each of them that you see over here are very important. I'll say ecosystem and biodiversity and conservation and organism and population were the chapters which give 2 marks each, sorry, 2 questions each this year. The rest of the chapters gave 3 questions. There was one chapter that gave 4 questions, that was principles of inheritance and variation. So this is a trend that is there, and it can change. Sometimes it can give 3 questions. So every year it changes, okay. And as I already showed you, the star marked ones are the ones that would not go below 3. I'm pretty sure about that, which is why I have put them in star marks. So if at all you feel it is difficult, don't skip them at all. Okay, as I said, no skipping of the chapters in general. So you have to prioritize PU2 more, and what do you have to do? You should not be forgetting your beloved friend, that is your PU1, which you have left behind. So some of you do not want to remember that dark past of yours, but I am here to make you remember a bit, because as I told you, this year there was a disturbing trend. 22 questions came, and it is not a small number. 22 questions is basically what? 22 marks, my dear children. Why is it not giving me white color? Yes, 22 marks, and 22 marks is a small number. So each of the questions that you see over here on board at least give one questions. Okay, there are 19 chapters, my dear children. Some of these chapters gave 2 questions. Okay, some of these chapters didn't give any question. That is, for example, this year we didn't see question from breathing or an exchange of gases, my dear children. So the chapters I think they gave. Okay, one more chapter was there which didn't give any question. I don't remember which one as of now. But yes, okay, most of the chapters they gave one question each, and I want you to remember that all these 1 marks are really important for you. So what you need to do is, I am going to make a separate video of how you have to weekly bifurcate your time into PU2 and PU1, and how you need to focus on your PU2. There's a different strategy for PU2 as well as PU1. If at all that video has been published, for example, roadmap video for biology 2026, go watch it. If at all it is not published, it will be coming soon. Do not be worried. So in that, I have told you how you have to segregate your time. Okay, so this is all about the biology syllabus. Remember, no skipping of the chapters. If at all you have made until here, you have watched the video until here, put it down in the comment section. Ma'am said, or JJ, ma'am said, what did ma'am say as of now at this particular point of time when she was talking about biology syllabus? I want you to remember it. It's not for anything else. It's not for fun activity and things like that, my dear children. But on a general note, on a serious note, you have to understand you have a time from June to April, and that's not a small number. People realize that they have to prepare start preparing for KCET at the later month of December and things like that. And when you still have that luxury of knowing things beforehand, why do you have to waste it? Why do you have to skip chapters and lose 1 and 2 marks out there? I do not know how you performed the previous year. I do not know anything about you, but I know one very important thing, that is, if you listen to our classes, if you dedicate yourselves 101% out there, you are going to achieve everything that you thought was not possible by you. Have that thing in your head and move ahead. Okay, now let's go. And what do we have? Yes. So if at all you think that you have got a clarity of things, as I told you, I want to get motivated. So please put it down in the comment section that this is helping, or if it is not helping, you can put that also. I don't mind. Okay, but tell something out there. It is really, I am a person who tries to reply to most of the comments out there. So please do that. Okay, whatever is it, I try to answer a lot of questions. It was usually counseling based videos. Now we have to do this because your academic section has started off. So yes. Now the smartest way to prepare. So you know the hard work part and everything that everyone does from the point you are born. Right, now I'm going to tell you the certain smart strategies out there. So please read your NCERT within a specific time. So I have seen people out there who open your NCERT and just keeps reading. My dear children, that does not help. As I told you already, you have to give a specific time. For example, Jasmine, you have got 30 minutes of your time to read 4 pages. Okay, to read 4 pages, Jasmine, you have got 30 minutes of your time, and then I will be trying to complete those 4 pages within 30 minutes of my time, because probably that might be enough. You get it? You should be having timeline like that. That should be the first thing that you should follow. Otherwise, it might take so long for you to cover things. Okay, and always make a single page summary. So I recommend that always, once you're done with the chapter, you read the NCERT summary. Okay, and then what you need to do is take a paper and whatever things that you remember, big things. For example, if you talk about sexual reproduction in flowering plants, you talk about the megasporangium, okay, or probably the male reproductive part, then the female reproductive part, what are the parts of it, pistil is there, anther and filament. Whatever you remember about it, you start jotting it down. And then once you write everything that you remember, you think that you cannot go any more ahead. Okay, what you need to do is that add up, open your NCERT and see whatever is left behind, and if you want, you can add up. This paper you have to keep it safe because it will be very essential for you during your revision time. And my dear children, I'm coming to this particular point directly over here, since we are talking about revision, that is, revise at least in a gap of 3 days. So once you have done a chapter, whatever you completed, what you need to do is you have the paper, you read it at night, the day of completion, you read it once at night. Okay, and then what do you do? On the 3rd day again, you try to read it. Okay, on the 3rd day again, you can try to read it, or if you can revise it like each and every day also, if at all it's possible for you in the initial part. Why I'm telling you to do in the initial part is that you will get a habit of revising things. Okay, it's very difficult to build a new habit out there. But if you try to do it every day, it becomes a habit. You will try to inculcate it, which is why I'm telling you. Otherwise, because towards when you go ahead, it won't be easy for you to revise every single day. So please, at that point of time, you would have to revise in at least in a gap of 3 days with the 1-page summary that you're having. Okay, it will be really helpful for you, I'm telling you. Now, compulsorily solve fixed number of questions for a chapter. For example, I completed one particular topic out there. I open my PYQ book. Okay, I try to, once I'm completing a chapter, okay, once I'm completing a topic, probably, I can look for the question from the topic and I am doing the question. If at all that does not work for you, what you can do is, once you're done with the chapter, open that book of PYQ and start solving question. And whenever you start solve question, for example, in the PYQ book, you found that only 39 questions are there, ma'am, then only give yourself 39 minutes. Give yourself only 39 minutes to solve those questions. So solve the questions within a fixed time as well, and that is by giving 1 minute per question. So you have to compulsorily solve fixed number of questions for a chapter. For example, if at all 10, if you're studying one particular topic and it does not have much questions out there, Google out microsporangium based question. You will get a lot of questions, try to solve it. How many questions? For example, 10 questions if you're taking, solve it within 10 minutes. That's for you to practice. That's for you to practice, my dear children. So please make sure you're having a habit of practicing questions from anywhere, but please do that. It will be really, really helpful for you. If at all it does not work, I'll tell you, if at all you're not able to find, there is a book of MTG, okay, that is for NEET aspirants, okay, that is topic wise questions would be there. So once you're done with the questions, you can do, once you're done with the topic, you can do those questions as well. It's really, really good book. If you want, you can buy it. Okay, so you will find topic wise questions. If at all it's not possible, please don't spend your money too much. Just put the topic in your desktop wherever is there and write microsporangium questions. There will be questions coming up. You just have to solve it. Okay, and now very important thing, have an error book. Okay, whatever errors you're making, please write it somewhere. This is the error that I'm making. You'll get an idea what type of errors do you make, silly mistakes or whatever. You just read so fast, you skip certain important parts. Whatever is there, please write it. I'm telling you, it's very, very important. I have spoken to lots of children who have topped KCET, okay, and who follow this thing. Okay, they have an error book, they follow it religiously, they look through it, what are the errors that they commonly make, and that's how you try to repair yourself later on. Okay, and please track your accuracy. So it's not just about time. You completed 1 minute, one question in 1 minute, but what if it is wrong? So please track your accuracy, the time taken and the mistakes that you're doing, and you please see whether you are improving or not. Okay, it will be really, really good for you. And as I told you, revise at least in a gap of 3 days. So what you have to do, you have to take the NCERT, have a set timing out there and read the NCERT like that. You should not be extending the time and stuff like that. Okay, always after reading an NCERT chapter, you have to make a 1-page summary. First do it by yourself. If at all you're not able to recollect the information at the end point, once you gave up, then only you should have to open your NCERT and put down all the information out there. Okay, and whenever you are studying, you have to have a habit of solving questions. Few set of questions each and every day. In every study session you have to include set of questions, and these questions should be completed within a fixed time. If 10 questions, then 10 minutes. Okay, and please have an error book. Once you check, put it down in the error book. This is the mistake that I did. Please track your accuracy, time taken and the mistakes. The thing that while you're doing all this thing, you will get an idea of it. You don't have to have a separate tracking book and stuff like that. You'll get an idea. And please revise at least in a gap of 3 days. So once you have done with the chapter at that particular night or probably the early morning, the next day, you can take the 1-page summary and go through it, read through it. And I'll recommend you one thing: when you are revising in a gap of 3 days, on the third day probably, if you have already revised with the 1-page summary, you can open your NCERT and just have a quick read as well. In that way, you have a hang of NCERT stuff. If at all you have missed anything, you'll get to know that as well. In the initial part only you have to do. Later on, you can just use that 1-page summary. I'm telling you, this 1-page summary is going to help you really well. So these are the smartest way to prepare. And mistakes to compulsorily avoid: setting up wrong priorities. So it should not be like there is one PU1 chapter, I am taking years to complete the chapter. No, my dear children, your priority is PU2. Always remember that. In between that, you have to take PU1 chapter and you have to finish it quick. Okay, watch a one-shot video somewhere, but finish it quick. You do not have to invest too much of your time into it. I'm telling you, one-shot videos help you really, really well. So please do that. Okay, you do not have to be into your textbook and read everything out there. Once you are done with one short video, probably you can read on your NCERT. It will be helpful for you. Okay, it will be definitely helpful for you. Do not skip your NCERT. I'm not telling that. I'm telling, have a look at a video which makes you understand the thing, and then probably read the NCERT. You might save a lot of time. Okay, and a lot of confidence because sometimes when we read the NCERT, we feel very demotivated. So at that particular point of time, if you want to save that particular thing, then do this. Now, referring to so many books, people do that. I'm telling you, I am going to show you the number of books that you should be referring to, and it's very few number. You can count it within your 5 fingers out there. Okay, so please do not do that mistake. everything, whatever is there is going to come from your NCERT. Always remember that. Okay, whatever is there is going to come from your NCERT. Everything else is just supporting your NCERT. Okay, helping you solve questions related to what is there in the NCERT. Understand that thing. Now, next thing, having unachievable weekly, monthly goals. People have a week's timetable, monthly timetable and things like that. Please, I would not recommend that. Please, you should be having that. Instead, you can have daily goals, that today I am going to complete one chapter from physics, one chapter from mathematics, or one from bio, one from chemistry, but I would have to complete this. This should be your daily goal. Your daily goal, whatever, not dolly, your daily goal that you are putting down should be something that is achievable by you. Okay. And just theory, no practice. So I'm telling you, I already told you, in every study session, you have to include your practice time as well. Okay, just theory would not be working out. Just ratification and no understanding. What do you mean by ratification? As in you just by-hearting things. Please, my dear children, by-hearting would not be helping you crack a competitive examination. You have to understand, and everything would be concept-based question. Okay, so please do not do that mistake. If at all you're not understanding, please, you are living in a digital era. Ask ChatGPT, or probably just Google it into somewhere, or watch a video, you might get your answer. Okay, please understand that. Taking down notes in the wrong way. Some people are there using multiple highlighters, especially for biology I've seen. So please do not do that. I'm telling you, you do not have to create long, summaries and stuff like that. It's very, wrong way of studying things. If you have sticky notes, put it down, stick to the paragraph that you're reading, that this is the question that came from this particular paragraph, so you remember what type of questions are coming. That's something that you can do, and also have the one-page summary. Apart from that, I would not recommend you to have a lot of writing and stuff like that. You do not follow it. You might be doing the writing in your school. Okay, you might be doing the writing in your school. If you want, you can write extra things over there itself. Do not have an extra, separate thing for that. I'm telling you, only separate thing that you should be having is your one-page summary. Okay, and the sticky notes, if at all you're putting in your NCERT, you can do that, so that you can have your NCERT as reference, and then you just reading the questions out there. It will be helping you really well. Okay, now the last part, the only books to refer is your NCERT, as I told you. Basic thing, each and every line of it, very, very important. PYQs or PYQ books. Okay, there might you can download certain PYQs, or if at all you want to have a book, you can have the PYQ book which is there. Now, MTG NCERT Fingertips, that's a book like that which you can follow for MCQ questions, and you can practice enough questions from those books. It will be really, really helpful for that. Or if you are someone who is into biology, I think most of you might be trying for NEET as well, so you can have MTG NEET book. Okay, so the standard obviously would be a level higher than KCET, but you will get an idea of it, because anyway you're solving the PYQs. So extra these things are the additional stuff which would help you practice a lot of questions. You get it? So you can refer to this, and if at all you have the MTG book for NEET, there's topic wise questions as well. Okay, so try buying this first, go through it. If at all it helps, then that would be enough. Now for PU2, as I told, it's equally important. You have GWith publication, my dear children. You can refer them. We used it the previous year for teaching, this year actually, for teaching for PU2. So it was really, really helpful. They have a good number of questions out there which was repeated so many times. So you'll get an idea of those questions which are repeated every single year. So you can read through or prioritize those questions. So you can go ahead for that for PU2 examination. So yes, so this is what we have, and the most important thing. So GWith publication for PU2, MTG Fingertips for KCET, and Diksha Karnataka for you, my dear champions. So we are totally dedicated to help you out. If at all you feel that we are helping you well, do please let us know, okay, in whatever ways you can. Probably share it with your friends, or tell thank you ma'am in the comment section, or probably subscribe to our channel, or whatever you want to do, you can do. But I'll generally recommend you to please watch the videos. It is going to be very, very helpful for you. I am putting my 100% into making the PPTs a little bit more exciting, so that biology would not be boring for you. Okay, and same goes with all the teachers out there. They're working really, really hard. So yes, please take care of yourselves, and if at all you need any help, we are here to help you out. Put it down in the comment section. Bye bye. Do not forget to smile.